Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be making this skirt. So it's basically like a wrap skirt, but I did not make it like wrap skirt style. Instead I put an elastic at the back. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a wrap skirt that has an elastic. So for the main body of the skirt I went with this pink and yellow African print fabric, and this is the dimensions that I was going to cut. And so I have these two front pieces and then I have the back piece. So for the width of the back piece I went with my hip measurement divided by 2, and for the two front pieces it was basically my waist measurement divided by 2. So I wanted the front to be smaller than the back because the back side is usually bigger. Then I went on to cut the shape of the two front pieces, and I just drew the outline with a chalk, and then I cut out that curved shape.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie, 'cause we always give it one.
Then I also did the same thing for the other piece. So when I'm done, they look something like this.
Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't.
Then I went on to cut the shape of the bag. I wanted the bag to be a little bit more curved.
I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you.
So when I lay the pieces together, this is the alignment that I have. And then I turned the fabric pieces inside out. I laid the right sides facing against each other, and then I put these little pegs on the side before I went on to stitch those sides on the sewing machine.
You say you will, but then you don't. Let go. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning.
And then after that, I now started to hem the bottom of the fabric. So I folded the edges 2 times and ironed, and then I hemmed that on the sewing machine just to make sure that I don't have too many raw edges. Then I went on to measure exactly how long I was going to need for my ruffle.
For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay.
So I now took this yellow fabric, that is the fabric that I wanted to use for my ruffle, and I just made sure that it was double the length that I had measured. But you can make it times 3. That depends on you and how much fabric you have. And if you want your gathers to be like so full, then you can just make that times 3. So the width of this fabric was about 14 inches, And then I now took it to my ironing board, and then I started to iron the other edge in preparing it for hemming. I did not hem the other side because it was the sealed edge of the fabric. So if you have raw edges on both sides of the fabric, you need to hem both sides or both edges. Then I went on to just hem that on the sewing machine. After hemming, I also hemmed the ends of the fabric. Then I now took a pencil and a ruler, and then I started to mark about 4 inches from the top of this little fabric, and then I'll just draw the straight line. Then I
for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never.
After that, I now joined the two fabrics together using a normal stitch. And when I flip it over, this is what I have. Then now there I was just basically preparing the waistband. For my waistbands, I usually go with 5-inch width. Then I added some interfacing onto this particular waistband. Then I folded the edges inside and also folded it in half. Then I now started to pin the waistband onto the skirt, and I also closed the waistband. Before I went on to sew it on the sewing machine. So I now opened a little space on the sides of my waistband so that I could insert the elastic. I just used a seam ripper for this, then I used a safety pin and an elastic to insert my elastic.
Just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do it all 'cause I'm feeling so good. I do it all 'cause I'm feeling so good.
And then I pinned the elastic on both ends and then I stitched it down. Then I also closed the little gaps that I used to insert the elastic.
What's on the other side of inhibition? Ooh, I do it all 'cause I'm feeling so cool.
So that is how the skirt looks like when I lay it down, and that is how the back looks like, and that is how the skirt looks like when I. So I'm really sure that there are many ways of making this skirt on the internet, but most of them are wrap skirts. But for me personally, I wanted a skirt with an elastic, and it's very comfortable. So I'm really pleased with the results. Thank you so much guys for watching this video.